recording. Okay, so last time as Core actually does get into the game. Uh,
Yep, one sec.
uh, Honestly, I don't even know if you guys are even going to be doing much today, anyways, because last time, uh, you guys were in Neutrella waiting for Professor Birch to get, and Rio wasn't here last week because his power all went out and stuff, and that sounded fun. So this is
It
also for
wasn't.
his benefit because I assume he didn't watch last week's upload. So yeah. So last time you guys were waiting in Neutrella, waiting for Professor Birch to come and meet up with Brad to give him or have him fight Deoxys. Uh, he was told that he's on Divisional, the island, uh, but he wanted to meet him halfway between Neutrella and Sakura Town, so they could do this just out in the middle of nowhere, so no one would know that it's happening. Um, and he easily succeeded in defeating him, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Yeah. That
because
was that was pretty brutal.
that's what happens when you fight a Pokemon that his best moves are Psychic and you just use a Dark type.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was real fun.
I'm all for type advantages.
Not seeing his. Oh, that's why I haven't fixed this to you. That's why. I see the problem why you couldn't change things because I didn't give you permission for it. Okay, now you can edit it. Deoxys' character sheet now. Brad, I was just
Okay. Okay.
but he's still not. His HP still isn't showing up, which is
So I guess we'll transfer my stuff onto there.
yeah. Just use if you're going when you're making Deoxys, put him onto that character sheet because he has multi-form stuff. So, but I don't know
Yeah.
why. I don't know why
This,
his
I
HP isn't.
got a
Oh, there it
different
is.
nickname for him. So,
All right. Well, you can nickname it. You can nickname the sheet, and I can change it at a later date. But yeah,
okay.
so you met up with him. You easily defeated Deoxys, and now it has his trust, so you can use him whenever you need. Although Professor Birch would prefer if you don't use him just to fight random trainers with, because that might put a target on your back to being having a Pokemon that is powerful and maybe want to be stolen from you, because that has happened in the past.
Nah, we kicked their ass.
Um, I mean, not to you guys, but he means just in general, it's happened before. Uh, and you guys also met because she was the one that brought him to Divisional because he had something he wanted to do here, but Sapphire, his daughter, has a fight against Dante coming up, which Buster has so graciously bought tickets for.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I just blew all my money getting us tickets.
and I believe you
Oh, do
guys
you need
last
some?
time returned. Yeah, you had returned back to Neutrella, and the fight is not gonna happen for another like 4 or 5 hours. So you still got some time to do more stuff in Neutrella if you wish, other than probably Brad going back to the Pokemon Center to send away one of his Pokemon to obviously switch out Deoxys to one of his Pokemon.
Yeah.
So if there's anything you want to do before then, we can switch to the fight against Sapphire and Dante if you have nothing else you want to do. Yes. No.
Also, Rio wanted to get one of those Floette that we
Right.
ran into.
Let us, because that's happened right at the end of last time. So let's do that before I
Right.
forget.
Yeah.
So let me switch over to. Actually, let's switch back to this. And while I think I had it set up. If I didn't, I can
I
quickly.
mean,
Go
how many fairy types do you have to do? Or how many types of a Pokemon do you have to go for type base?
Like 3 or
Five.
4.
5? Okay.
5, I think.
It'll be my 3rd fairy type, so we're on our way.
All right. Well,
That's what it.
let's see if
That's
that
what it
even
is
if I even
anyway
need to
for.
open up a thing, because they're not really malicious in any way, because they're probably more scared of you than they are of, that saying that I can't speak apparently.
Hmm.
So if you want to
Uh-huh.
attempt to capture these, Rio, please roll me some soothe checks then.
Where is... There it is. Not the
All right.
worst.
That will get you up to them and not freak them out. What do
All
you
right.
say or do to ask one of them to join you? And now, if I remember correctly, one one of them was blue, one of them was white, and they were both shinies.
Yep. Oh, they're both shiny? That's nice.
I thought just one was shiny.
Nope, they are both shiny. Because
Oh.
that's what
Okay.
happened when I rolled it.
All right.
Rio, are you an ace trainer at all?
No, I don't meet the
Okay.
prerequisites.
Okay, so then yeah, so if you want to cross class into type ace, you need 5 of the chosen type. If you're already an ace trainer, you only need 4 to get into it.
Boo. Anyway, nothing super fancy. Gonna pull out some berries. Yeah, I'll just mark those down. Offer the snacks. And then what's the word? Oh, explain the usual contest situation. Further elaborate. Oh, what's that? Like the 3rd time now?
What? What's the third
That
time?
Oh yeah, Kaz dropped.
Yep.
I think he's having problems. It's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, give him the usual speech of like
He's
explain how
using his phone right
contests
now,
are.
so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk
So
about contests, talk about possibly gym battling, but like, that's a sub thing, you know.
sure. Are you just appealing to both of them, or are you just appealing to one of them?
We'll go with both.
All right.
See what sticks.
One more soothe check, I guess.
Sure. Boop. And we will lucky charm that because why not? It's a 27. Let me see if that breaks. It does not break.
Let's see. The talk of all the stuff that you've been doing, Rio, interests the one with the blue flower.
I
So, capture attempt, and you'll have a significant bonus because you got so goddamn high.
uh-huh. Good old Ultra Ball. Ugh.
Let me just check some
Not
things.
great. Or these are just Floette. What level? I guess we'll find out in a bit.
I actually will. I assume you guys have guys that are over level 20, I believe it is.
Is that when they evolve?
Well, I mean, no, but I also
Or,
assume.
oh, right. I forgot there was an adjustment to right.
Oops, that is in the wrong thing I want. I can't spell this thing's name, so give me a second to let that search. I need to just see what the level is. Okay, yeah, so. Yeah, their minimum evolving is 20, so I assume you guys have guys that are.
Well, these are already Floette, which is, yeah.
Yeah, they're
we're definitely
already Floette, so.
They evolve via stone? Really? Okay.
Yeah, they evolve via shiny stone.
Well, that's an issue.
I have a shiny stone.
Yeah, but you have a Pokemon you're going to use it on.
20.
No, I don't.
Oh, what? What happened?
What? I don't have any. What did you use a shiny stone on?
Weird. I could have sworn.
Guy really high with
Let's see,
soothing.
Cinchino. Right, you have like a Roselia, don't you?
No.
Oh,
Or yeah, I do have a Roselia,
yeah, that's what
but I'm probably not gonna ever use Roselia.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well, I can pay you back
that
for the shiny
actually will
stone.
just with your bonus Rio, that will just barely capture it.
Nice. How much would
Like
a shiny
literally
stone
just barely.
cost?
If you got 66, it would have failed.
Yeah, I figured. All right, getting the ball. Cool.
Yep, and if no
Yeah.
one else wants the other one, it will just kind of float away out into like the spring area.
Mm.
Nope, I don't want it.
That is my 20th caught. I level up.
Cool.
You are definitely low on catching right now, so I'm not surprised.
Correct. I don't catch very many.
Yeah. Does that get you to 30?
That was my 20th.
20. Ah, okay.
All right, and then
I'm at
you
34, but I also have done a decent amount of
and
evolve.
then skipping ahead in time after you've successfully caught it, you return back to Neutrella.
Cool. Swapping up my party, of course. Do I want to swap my party though? Frick.
I mean, you don't have to get type Ace. You don't have to have them in your
No, they don't
team.
have to be in my party. I know. I want to use it on my party, but I want more to evolve my ducklet first. The issue is it's been forever, and this ducklet requires like level 30 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have a Floette token? Hold on.
1 second. I could just like 1 second. Ducklet evolves at level 35. Yikes. I guess I could just do training with it occasionally, but like
That's a long time to
yeah, training doesn't
put up
even
with a
close to
duck.
catch up to the freaking exponential rate that experience
Says the
growth
guy
is.
who had a Golett.
What?
Says the
I
guy who
have a
had a
Golett.
Golett.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, yeah, Golett evolves at level 40.
Ugh, I was thinking about like I could burn all my money on a goddamn rare candy if I could find one, but even that wouldn't be enough freaking experience. It's annoying.
To find a full, I will say, if you try to find a full like use of a rare candy, it'll be difficult. If anything, you'll only be able to find like smaller ones.
I mean, if we're gonna find it anywhere, it's Neutrella. The issue is it's 48,000, which is all my money, and isn't enough experience to get it to evolve anyway.
You have 48,000? You have
It's not.
10 times as much as I do.
It's 57 technically, but anyway.
Oh my god.
How
I don't
much do
spend
I
it on
have?
anything, and reasonably so. I mean, what am I gonna buy?
I just have 13,800.
All right. I guess I'll just like I don't know, double down really hard on training Alia and not use like anyone else if I can avoid it until she evolves, and then we'll swap in the Floette.
I
That's really upsetting. Whatever.
well,
Let me get daily training for the other day off.
yeah, you would have missed. How many did you miss? You missed a couple, I think, last week.
Just
One. You missed at least two, I think. Yeah, you missed two. Or did you? When was that? Let me just check before you start rolling a second one. Where's the timestamp option on this thing?
Oh, my bad.
Because last week you missed the 14th. So, you definitely missed one. Yeah, you missed two, so you'll take those two. That would have happened before you would have gotten the Floette anyways, so... Because that was on the way back.
Oh,
so...
I mean, irrelevant. It wouldn't be toward the Floette. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. So, Buster and Brad, you guys doing anything while you're waiting for, to go to Sapphire's exhibition, which is what the title of this episode is, apparently?
No, I did a bunch of stuff. Last time.
Okay, actually, Brad, I have a question for you because you want to have Dante as your last one, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to this exhibition? Because you will be seeing what his personal team is if you go. So you can either get information on what his personal team will be, or you can miss out and let it be a surprise.
Well,
And now you're really quiet to me. 'Cause you're far
well,
away from home.
no, can I go in disguise, try to disguise myself?
Well,
Or, yeah, he knows who I am, right?
so it's like it's not if you want to go do it, he can't really stop you from doing it. Like you bought tickets for it already. I'm just saying this
Okay.
as your personal preference. What would you like to? What would Brad want to do? Because you said you wanted to fight Dante last, right? He doesn't
Yeah.
care. Dante will not care. I will tell you this right now. No matter who the gym leads are, they will not care if you know what their personal team is or not.
Okay.
Because I know if Hawat was fighting, probably Buster wouldn't want to see it.
Yeah,
Well,
probably not, but I don't know. I might.
well, it's yeah, I'll go and watch it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Then if you guys don't have anything else to do for the next few hours that you have downtime for, if there's anything you want to go, like
Rolling
get some
Titania's pickup ability for the last 2 days.
get some food or like I don't know, look for some items, anything specific you want to do in those few hours before, because once the fight starts, everything's gonna be closed down.
Yeah, I gotta get baking to get my new friend's stats. Um, hey, 19 on the pickup ability is a random held item. How do you want me to handle that?
Can I get back to you on that?
Yeah, sure. I'm not in any rush. I don't intend to have a fight today, so shouldn't matter. 10 is just a random berry, so nothing fancy.
Rio, do you want my shiny stone?
I mean,
What page is the pickup ability on?
maybe when I actually like put it on my team for a bit.
Okay.
What
Okay.
level is that thing, by the way? And the answer is Titania has the pickup ability.
No, I said what page is it on?
Oh, I don't know.
You're
I
looking at
just
it. That's why I was asking.
I went to the berry page. 19
I'm sorry.
is a wet pear berry. Nothing fancy.
Okay. I still have to give you guys, because I haven't given you guys the experience for those floettes anyways, because you would have gotten experience for that. So, Brad, who would you guys have out for a Pokemon? Then I'll have to base it off that.
Let me check.
So, Buster and Brad, what Pokemon would you have for that?
Have for what?
The Floette encounter.
Probably Lancelot. I imagine Rio spends a lot of time riding around on Lancelot now.
Okay.
Let me see.
So 30?
I'm gonna have Electro out.
Okay. Which is what?
I guess Cliff. Cliff is the one I want to start leveling.
So, 30, what level is Cliff in Electro?
Cliff is 32.
Electro at 24.
What was Cliff, Buster?
32.
I wish I could have levels like that. God dang, Ace Trainer
Because of
experience.
Electro, that's going to bring it down a little bit, so it'll probably... You said 34?
Yeah.
Higher than my highest level Pokemon over here talking about, oh, I need to level this one.
Well, it's because he doesn't fucking evolve until level 50.
Rio,
My highest level is
it'll
38,
be at
which
level
is
27
Cirrus.
there, Rio.
27? Cool.
Times
Man, meanwhile, my poor duck's over here at 24.
Yeah, and
Yo, I forgot I got a Jong Moo. Frick.
so that'll be 675 experience for Electro, Cliff, and I guess the Lancelot.
Sure.
I'm gonna move your guys down so I can actually see his name. Okay. So I don't have a big thing for this. So after you guys do all this stuff, you guys walk into the stadium. You haven't, Brad, you haven't seen Sapphire or Professor Birch since you got into Neutrella, even if you go looking for them.
Okay.
Yeah, so, let's see, how do I want to do this? Let me take a look at both their
Nice.
teams and who I think would have at least the advantage on this, and then I will go over who has what. Actually, I can just open up because I have all the tokens. This is why I did his tokens properly, because I knew this was going to happen. Ah, you didn't see that.
That is correct. I didn't see it. What happened?
I didn't see it either.
Yeah, nothing showed up in the chat.
What the fuck? Why am I not transferred over? Hold on, I'm going to move you guys again because apparently it fucked up. There we go. I accidentally moved you guys to my my token page, so you didn't see any of that. The stream saw a little bit of it, but that's okay.
Okay.
My bad. That was a mistake, as my brain stopped working. Okay, let's see. Who would you not... Right, I said you wouldn't have him. So... And she would have... Probably would have... okay, probably that would deal with that, because I don't think it knows... The problem with having Sapphire's team is that I don't know what their entire move sets would be, because it, you know, first of all, it's only allowed 4 Pokemon in the thing, or 4 Pokemon, 4 attacks. Man, my brain not working today.
4. What? Don't these sheets like inherently have more than that though?
Yeah, I know, but like, you know, trying to get what their, because the Sapphire is based off of the games, right? So their Pokemon only technically have 4 moves, right? But in the game, but in this, they do have more than 4 moves. So I would have to just suggest what they would have on them. Okay. Oh, someone roll me a D2. Whoever is first. It doesn't matter who. Please someone do it, because I need to do things with this. Because this is Pokedex related, so that makes it more interesting.
Okay.
Sorry, what are we rolling?
D2.
D2?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I was rolling ability on my new friend, sorry. Is your D2?
1. Okay, cool. That's funnier, so that's fine. I'm fine with that. All right. I think honestly it's pretty even though her team's a little bit more varied, and he has that, which really I think the only one who would be good against that would be him, but he'd probably be knocked out before she sent out what her ace would be, which I would be that. So actually, I'm gonna roll myself a D2 to see which one she would actually have as that. Okay, so then if she has that... Alright. So, the fight between the two of them is, I would say, pretty even. I would say maybe looking at the teams that she has and the team that he has, Dante would have a bit more of an advantage. Probably would just switch out to that. All right. So let's see. As the fight begins between the two of them, because I don't want to take up too much time with this because it's just an expedition between the two of them. The fight starts off with Dante, sending out. Let me just roll something real quick, and I'll leave him out of this. So just a D5. Actually, it would be a D4 in this case. So let's say it's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Except I have to go roll and not R. The first Pokemon he would send out would be Houndoom, and if that would be her ace in this case, she probably the weaker of his guys probably send out. She would send out Sapphire's first Pokemon that she sends out is a Donphan.
I don't think we have Houndoom.
Should we be seeing tokens or anything right now?
No.
Okay.
I don't have because these exhibition stuff is mostly just for Pokedex things. If you wanted to go see them, right? There's not like a big overarching story I have in any of these yet.
Yeah.
Might happen one time, but not anytime soon. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay, so Donphan we got.
And Houndoom. And let's see who would actually be faster and
We
attack.
already had Houndoom actually.
Oh.
Not sure when we saw it, but we did.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought we only had Houndour.
Remember, Buster, you have fought Dante when he was a bit stronger, so he probably had that Hound.
Oh,
Doom when you
okay. I
fought
didn't
him.
think he had a Houndoom when I fought him. Maybe, I guess.
And alright. The Houndoom actually outspeeds the Donphan. So
That's not surprising.
the Houndoom actually goes in first, and will. Let's see, what would they use at this high level?
Oh, we just leveled up on our decks recently. It's gonna be a while.
Yeah.
I don't think. What does? Because they. Let's see. What does that do? I believe it does what I think it does. No. This will make sense for you guys, because it's obvious of what it is. But none of you have a Houndour or a Houndoom. But it might be interesting because you guys have another thing that he has on his team. But the Houndoom does something really weird where it kind of disappears for a second and then just kind of reappears on the other side of the Donphan like it's slashing at him somehow.
Oh, like Shadow.
It does not knock out the Donphan in one hit, so then the Donphan turns around and attacks with probably Earthquake because Sapphire wants to end this in one turn with her Donphan. Unfortunately for her, the Houndoom does not get knocked unconscious, as the Houndoom then turns into a Zoroark.
Okay.
Unfortunately for Sapphire, because it did not do enough damage to knock out the Zoroark will finish off the Donphan, and they will move to. Let's see. Do I want to do this as a round robin, or do I want to use this as just a full? Let's just do a full. Well, it's an exhibition. Nah, we'll just do it like normal, because otherwise sometimes that won't work out in other people's favor. Um, the Zoroark is looking pretty beat up, but Dante figures that it'll probably outspeed whatever she sends out. Uh, Unfortunately, I think she's gonna do that. She's going to send out one of her stronger Pokemon, just to know that she can outspeed it, and she is gonna send out a Blaziken.
Okay.
Reasonable.
Uh,
Sorry, do we have Blaziken already?
you definitely do
No,
not.
I'm adding it.
Oh, okay, so no. I'll just so I can add it to my sheet.
I think she probably, yeah. It's not base stat wise, it's not faster, but I think in her case, because it's stronger, it would have that. So it probably would just barely outspeed the Zoroark, but just barely, and basically go straight up and just launch a sky uppercut straight into it and knocking it out in one and just knocking it out.
Yeah, that seems correct.
Actually, sky uppercuts probably a. I assume it's probably a battle move, isn't it?
Maybe. I mean, who
Actually,
knows?
sky
She might have
uppercuts
got
only in
PP
every
up
other
on her.
turn.
Ooh, interesting.
That's interesting. Um, so, for Dante's next Pokemon, he's gonna do the smart move, and he's gonna send out a Honchkrow.
Yep.
We don't have that.
Honchkrow.
Uh,
Mm,
the Honchkrow, unfortunately, is not faster than the Blaziken, so the Blaziken is gonna get in an attack before it can do anything. Let's see, how much does that? She does not want to have to try and deal with this Honchkrow knocking out her Blaziken in one attack, so she has Blaziken use its signature move Blaze Kick on it. And let's see if that will knock it out in one hit. Let's say.
I'm going to assume no.
It does not. The Honchkrow surprisingly stays very firm and alive, and it will counterattack it by surprisingly not having lots of flying moves, but I'm going to assume he does because, he's a gym leader, he's smart. Let's see, what would he...
Not necessarily.
Rude.
Well, in the games,
yeah, well, these guys are a little bit stronger than the games, so,
Okay.
Yeah,
okay, go on.
I think that costs a turn to use, doesn't it? Yeah, it is, and you have to wait 2 turns to that, so I don't think he would teach it that. Not yet, at least. Wow. That's interesting. Fighting resists dark, right? Or am I thinking of something else? Because
I know it goes the other direction. I don't know about resistance.
Oh wait, fighting resist dark? Yes.
yeah, that's the problem. Okay, because the only 2 fighting moves that Honchkrow can learn is 1, Sky Attack, and 2, Wing Attack.
Yep.
Which is unfortunate. Oh, actually, Would he have bred it to know that? Probably not. Yeah. So, how high can Blaziken jump? Because it's going to use Sky Attack, so it flies all the way up into the air 10 meters, and he's got a jump of 7, so he could get close, but not close enough to attack it with a physical move, at least. Does it have... Yeah, it doesn't really have much it can do. So I think what Sapphire will do is instead of letting Blaziken get attacked and basically murdered, she's going to, while she has the chance, because they can do that in this, because it's not like a super tough battle or anything, she retreats Blaziken as the Honchkrow comes down to attack, and swaps out a Aggron, which you should have because Tetsu had one.
Yes. Aggron we have seen.
I remember that.
And being resistant to it, the Aggron just kind of stops the Honchkrow, and it's just like, it's like that thing where like it like launches into Aggron, it slides back like a feet or two, and then it just like stands there like nothing even happened.
Yeah,
to
I
it.
mean, double resist on a naturally high defense poke.
So then the Aggron will unleash probably the obvious thing that it should have. Actually, can Aggron even learn? It normally can, but I don't see it on here. Probably the one of few rock type moves it actually knows, because apparently it can't learn Stone Edge in this game, which is interesting.
I mean, TMs exist.
Yeah, but regardless, the Aggron will launch a flurry of rocks down on top of the Honchkrow with Rock Slide, which will easily knock it unconscious in one attack. So, thinking about what his options are, it's a, let's see, what would she, probably, what does Unbreakable do as an ability? Anyone know?
It's Steel type last chance.
Okay, so then, you know what, it probably would have that and not, that. So, this Aggron's not going to get a chance to act against Dante's next Pokemon, as he sends out an Electivire.
Oh,
Yep, that seems correct.
that's what I'm gonna get in the future.
And the Electivire should have this attack, and if it doesn't, I'm going to be very upset.
Thunder Punch.
Nope, because he's going to use something else.
Close combat.
I wish it could learn close combat.
Does it not? Is it superpower? I know it learns one of those.
It's Giga Impact.
Yeah, he learns Giga Impact, but that's not what he's using. He is going to... Really? I thought Electivires could learn... Interesting. I'm looking at I'm using their TM moves. I'm not necessarily using TM's, the tutor move list. But they can't... It's interesting that they can't learn naturally, like Karate Chop or anything like that unless you egg move it. So, it would probably... Yeah, you know what? It probably would keep it, because it's the only really fighting move it would have to fight against, like, rock types and stuff. It would use a low kick, and I'm pretty sure Aggron is super heavy, so I'm pretty sure that would probably knock it out in one hit easily, and it does not have sturdy in its ability, so
it's super. It's gonna do the max damage number, like roll, and also it's quad effective. So Most likely, yeah.
Not wanting to send out that Pokemon, and wants to hold on her ace, and she's going to resend out Blaziken, uh, and it's gonna go in, and it's had a turn to cool down and use Blaze Kick. However, that is not enough to knock out the Electivire, and then the Electivire retaliates by, let's see, is it a special? Yeah, by basically using Thunder on it and electrocuting. Actually, what it? It's actually, how long does that last for? It's gonna set up for later Pokemon, I think. That would be the smarter move. It. Let's see, how long does that last for? For 5 rounds? That's probably long enough. It sets up an electric terrain. So electric type moves now deal an additional 3 stab if in game, and nothing can fall asleep while it's touching the ground. Sapphire takes this moment to have Blaziken do a Sky Uppercut, and let's see, it's going to be a slim chance. Let's see if the Electivire survives. He does not, unfortunately. That is too high. So the Electivire is knocked out, and he's got, let's see, 3 Pokemon left? Yeah. So, it is, he is going to send out another electric type because of the terrain is still up and about. He's going to send out Magnezone. Now, hear me out. I know he's weak, but I'm pretty sure, if I could be wrong, I want to say the Magnezone is going to be faster, but we'll see.
Doesn't he have Magnet Rise?
If he even
For an attack.
If he even gets the chance to do that. Unfortunately, the Magnezone is not fast enough. So let us see. He's got a high chance to survive a one-hit kill with a Blaze Kick on it. So the Magnezone surprisingly survives the Blaze Kick that's been hit on it. And because of the electric terrain, the Magnezone will shoot a Zap Cannon at it and will knock out the Blaziken.
Wait, does electric terrain help Zap Cannon hit? Because Zap Cannon doesn't hit things. Just how it goes.
Is it changed in this? Because I gotta remember.
Zap Cannon's like 50-50 in the games, at least.
Yeah, its accuracy is garbage. Normally you have to do, specific stuff.
Yeah, you have to do exactly, lock on or something.
It is a 12. What else? Yeah, he's not gonna, if that's the case, because I'm just basing it off game stuff, and I'm not used to using Magnezones, or even anything that uses Zap Cannon, for that matter.
Yeah, because Zap Cannon's a terrible move.
Which is weird that's the last thing it learns.
Well, because it's theoretically supposed to be a very strong electric move, but it's so bad no one would ever want to use it.
I mean, it'd be busted on Rio.
There we go.
The accuracy's not good
that
on
should
that
be
move.
a good move. It's only probably a battle move, though, I bet.
It's a coordinator feature that makes you use lock on as a free action.
There we go, yeah. So
I mean, see, that would be cool if you just started throwing thunderballs out.
He's going to be using Discharge on it instead.
Sorry, it makes your Pokemon do it, not you, but yeah.
Yeah, Discharge will take out because of the electric terrain, knock out the Blaziken, who's already been a little beat up a little bit. And then, really, she only has 2 Pokemon left that are super helpful, and she wants to save her last one because she's heard of things about the gym leaders here having special Pokemon as their last Pokemon. Is going to send out her Tropius, which you've met before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for the Tropius, there's not much it can really do against the Magnezone, which I can't spell. Let's see. I don't think it has really anything other than grass and flying moves. Using that won't help. It is actually going to, I think, do that. I think that's the best option. She's gonna just hope that that Tropius can survive an attack from it as it starts to gather energy.
Gonna solar beam the Magnezone?
All of its moves are either normal or electric, so.
You mean her grass?
Or yeah, grass. Sorry. So.
Okay, wow, that sucks. Or I guess flying is probably the other one, which
Why is it
also
solar beam in the player's? Oh, maybe wait. Maybe is it separate? Maybe.
It is in the handbook.
It is, but it's spaced apart instead of it being a single word, which I always thought it
Yeah.
was. So yeah, it doesn't do anything on its first turn. It can't use discharge on this turn because it's on every other turn. So the Magnezone could attempt to try and hit with Zap kind of this turn. Or it could maybe do a steel type move and try and see if that actually doesn't grass resists electric, doesn't it?
Yes.
It does. So even if it used an electric move, it would get extra stab, but it probably wouldn't do a whole lot more than say if you used a steel type move. Just the
Yeah,
3
either
extras.
one's gonna be neutral.
Yeah. So let's see how much this does. And see if that can do enough damage to maybe get rid of it before it can do anything. It's about the same-ish, yeah. So it's going to charge up a flash cannon, and Tropy's got a good chance of surviving this. Yeah, that's just barely, it actually holds on and unleashes the solar beam at the Magnezone, and the Magnezone has been hurt already by
Like a
the
lot by Blaziken.
Blaziken, so that is enough. Will be enough to knock it unconscious. There's about 3 turns left before the electric terrain goes away, but he wants to save his last Pokemon that is an electric type for whatever she has in store for him. So she sends out one that was already shown by Zoroark, which is a Houndoom. So the Houndoom, I'm probably not going to even bother because it can just use a fire move and will easily knock out the already weakened Tropius.
As long as it hits, yeah.
So they are both down to their last 2 Pokemon, and her 5th Pokemon is a Wailord.
Hey there, buddy.
Which is interesting because there is no water on this field. So it ain't moving anywhere.
No, Wailord can float.
Yeah,
He's lighter than air.
It is lighter than air, yeah.
It's lighter
He's literally
than
called the balloon whale.
It does not have a sky speed. Shut up.
Well, it should.
Yeah.
I
mean, they float all the time in the games.
Not that it matters. This Wailord is just going to use Hydro Pump onto this Houndoom and just knock it out in one hit.
Yeah.
Whales can't normally fly.
And
so
now
It has an
makes
overland
sense.
of 4. That's respectable.
And now there is 1 turn left of this electric terrain, and Dante sends out his final Pokemon and
Xercater.
his best, probably, that he has on him. And he sends out Zapdos.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
I
you
was
can't just go
expecting
putting
more
God in
ultra.
a ball. What are you doing? No, I'm kidding.
And the Zapdos, with the help of the electric train, easily knocks out the beefy uh, Wailord with
Wailord,
one
yeah.
thunder.
Yeah, Wailord has a lot of HP, but his special defense is bad.
So they are both down to their last Pokemon, and Buster, she sends out an interesting Pokemon that you might find very, very interesting. She sends out
Kyogre.
a Gallade.
Yeah, Gallade is dope.
And you know that everyone roll me perception check.
I like perception.
Okay.
I have perceived things before.
I have looked at a thing once. It was pretty neat. Am I trained in this?
I
Alright.
perceived things today.
Yeah, Buster
Nice.
Let's see if I can
says,
do it.
Buster, there is something hanging around Gallade's neck.
Hell yeah.
And
God, I so wish that I could fit a Gallade on my team.
Rio
Oh,
and
I
Brad do
didn't
not
do it.
notice it at all. And you also notice, because you rolled a 20, Buster, that she pulls out from under her a keystone as well. And it's kind of like one of those snap things where it can just like snap off. That kind of like pulls it off her neck.
Yeah.
And she will say, because everybody can hear them doing their fight, because they should, because why wouldn't they? It's like, I see it's time for the both of us to take this seriously now, and she will Mega Evolve her Gallade.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mega Gallade is dope.
Now, the Gallade will get to go first, because I'm pretty sure it is way faster. It might be faster than I actually don't know. Let's see who is faster in this situation.
Zapdos has a 10.
And Gallade in Mega form has a
An 11.
11, yeah. So it being a flying type, fighting type moves aren't going to do too much, but that's okay because it's going to go with using Psycho Cut on it.
Reasonable.
Zapdos. How strong are you defense-wise? You could probably take at least one of those attacks and be fine. And with the last round of freaking, my brain isn't working. Electric terrain.
Yeah, it shuts
I'm
off.
pretty sure Thunder is a battle move. It can't use that.
You said last turn was the last electric terrain turn.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it would be even. It is going to rush the Gallade and use Drill Peck.
That's correct.
Which is an easy move to hit, but it is super effective against the Gallade, even in Mega form.
Yeah, Gallade does have pretty decent defenses, though, and Drill Peck isn't the hardest hitting thing in the world.
It is not. So, it will the Gallade will survive this, but if it takes another hit, it will not. So it has to end this turn. Let's see.
Probably Slash, honestly.
Honestly, yeah, because it can't. If it could use close combat, but I don't think
that's resisted. It wouldn't be worth it.
Knock it out. It's strong, but I don't think it would knock out the Zapdos even if in a weakened state. So I'm going to roll this, keep this up to fate to see who ends up winning. So let's say 1 to 40, the Zapdos, because it has actually, let's say 1 to 45, because Slash does have a chance to critical on it. 1 to 45, the Gallade will knock out the Zapdos. If not, Dante literally just has to have Zapdos use another flying move, which I'm sure it has, because why wouldn't it?
It could still miss.
Because Slash isn't really that hard. So let's see. Well, let's see if it even knocks it out first. Anything 1 to 45. Okay.
Yeah.
So even with the legendary on its side, the Gallade successfully in one
Get
last
power
attack
crap.
knocks out the Zapdos, and Sapphire is the winner.
Okay. And Brad is clapping. Good job, Sapphire.
So far, the gym leaders of the island have not actually won a single match against these Pokedex holders.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we've only seen 2 of them, though, haven't we? Or
Well,
no,
there
was
have
it
been
3?
other exhibition matches going on while you guys aren't there, right? So
Sure, but have all of those been a loss? Have you, like, done those behind the scenes?
maybe I have. You don't know.
Okay.
That is just what you hear come over the announcements. So, and you've only, like you said, you've only seen the 2, but that must mean that others have come here at some point. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Sapphire successfully beats out Dante, and now Brad has ideas of what his team he's going to be going up against.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know
I
how
might.
many Pokedex entries did you get from just doing that, just out of curiosity?
Only, like, 4.
1, 2,
Well, it's
3.
because you've already seen some of Dante's stuff anyways, so I'm not surprised by
Yeah.
that.
Well, I mean, we had also seen some of the other stuff.
Well, you've already seen the Tropius because that's what she came in when you guys met.
Yeah, and we'd
You'd
also
already seen
seen Gallic
Aggron
before,
because
too.
that's what Tetsu already had that.
Yeah. Yeah, so we already had seen half her team.
Something you did notice about her Aggron compared to Tetsu's Aggron is that Tetsu's Aggron was significantly larger than hers.
Okay.
It's Alpha.
Not necessarily, but it's just there is a definite size difference. So, what do you guys do after the fight is over? Do you guys
I
go
don't know. I
ahead
figure
to
we
see
try
if you
to
can
go up to at
find
least one of
Dante
them
or
and say
Sapphire?
hello.
I guess.
Sorry, what did you
Honestly,
say?
I sort of want to go check on Dante and just see if he's doing any better from the last time we were up there where he was absolutely miserable.
Sure. Yeah, if you go up and just say if you want to just go up to see if you can just get into Dante's room.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just try and, like, I assume as they are, like, after the match is over, they're gonna, shake hands, good game, all that. I'll just sort of move over toward Dante's side of things while they're
Go.
doing that, and then just kind of, be like, hey, how's it going? As he's, like, heading back.
Uh, yeah. So you kind of go to where the quote dressing rooms are. Are Brad and Rio gonna follow Buster or?
Will
Yeah, sure.
Brad. Will Brad is just gonna go to Sapphire's room and congratulate her. He's not even gonna go to
Oh, that's oh no,
Dante.
wait, hold on.
I'll go with Buster.
See, this is why I don't have the recording set to go to my spare hard drive because I just accidentally disconnected it for a second.
Huh, fun.
You're gonna go with Brad Rio?
No,
No,
Buster.
Buster.
Are you gonna go with Buster? Okay. We'll deal with Brad first then. So Brad, as you try to go, you kind of ask where Sapphire thinks like, oh, you're more pressed or whatever. Whatever. Yeah, sure. If she'll let you talk to her, she's down that
No,
way.
I'm a childhood friend. Not
Yeah. She's just like,
press.
yeah, sure you are. And it's like things down that way. And then you go down to her dressing room, and there's a bunch of people just sitting outside her thing, and they're trying to get in. And there is currently a what would be standing outside the door in this case? Let me just check something real quick. What would be standing outside this door? I have an idea of what could be, but I just want to see if he has anything
Is
else.
it a Pokemon?
It is a Pokemon standing outside the doorway.
It's
Yeah.
It's a Ditto.
Machoke.
No, it is. I want to say it's probably that. I have to make sure. No, because he has that. That means you would have that. What would be standing outside? What would be his most intimidating one? This to like, keep protecting. Oh, you know what? It probably would be that, I think, actually. Yeah, you know what? It probably would be. Uh. It probably would be that. Yeah, there is currently sitting outside the door. There's actually two Pokemon sitting outside the door. One is a Mightyena, and the other is a Delcatty. And they're basically guarding the door, not letting any of these people in.
Okay. Well, I'm like they're guarding the paparazzi from entering, right?
Yeah, they're basically stopping these journalists and news people from entering into the room.
So Brad knows he's not a journalist, so he's just gonna go ahead and try to open the door.
Yeah, so you worm your way past you probably had to worm your way past them to see what was happening at the front to see these two.
Oh, yeah.
Then nobody really pays attention to you because they just assume you're another journalist or whatever trying to get a thing. The Mightyena and the Delcatty kind of both look at you for a second. The Delcatty doesn't really do anything, but the Mightyena kind of scratches, looks at you, looks you up and down, thinks for a second, like tilts its head sideways for a second, and then kind of like goes up to the side of the door where it like opens, because it opens outwards into the hallway, which is weird, but you know, whatever.
Okay.
And he kind of like scratches up against the door for a second. The door opens for a second. Look, and there's a face, kind of hard to see because it just opened up a crack. And then the Mightyena turns his head towards you. Someone says something on the other side. It's hard to tell what he says. If you want to roll a perception, and you get really high, I'll let you do that if you want to hear what he says.
Okay.
Because the moment like the door slightly opens a bit, the people start yelling out. Okay, you can't hear it because of all the press yelling at you. The Mightyena kind of like comes up to you, Brad, kind of like grabs onto you with its mouth, and kind of like pulls you in towards the room.
Okay.
Do you let it?
Yeah, I go with it.
All right.
I stumble on in it.
It pulls you towards the door. Everybody else is like looking at you like, why is this guy special? What the hell? And the door opens for a second, and you are just immediately dragged into the room, and the door shuts behind you. And when you get your bearings, you see Professor Birch is in the room. You see Sapphire's in the room, and there's actually let's see. Brad, high or low to see if there's another person that I didn't think about putting in this room or not.
High.
High?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do I want to do him or him? You know what? Let's do him because that makes more sense. Also in this room is someone you recognize. Other person in this room, it's Ruby, who you do kind of know, but not as well as you'd probably do Sapphire.
Oh, yeah.
It makes sense because you remember seeing Ruby having the Mightyena always around with him because it was basically his actually main Pokemon that he had started with.
Okay. So Brad looks to her and he starts by extending his hand and saying,
Before you say anything, there is a fourth person in this room, and that fourth person in this room is Steven Stone, who you should know because he was once the champion of the Hoenn region.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the best.
So,
Yeah, Steven and Cynthia are arguably like the two strongest champions in the history of the series.
Also, like, unarguably the two hottest ones, but anyway.
so excuse
You know,
me,
I don't think I can disagree with that.
Your character has never met Steven before ever, just so you're aware.
but I know who he is,
Yeah,
right?
you know who he is because he was like the one of the best champions in the Hoenn region, so you would easily know who he is.
Okay, so Brad actually he sees Steven and quickly moves his hand over towards Steven and says, "Hi, I'm Brad." Offers to shake his hand.
It's like, oh, you're the one that the professor has talked about before. Yeah, and he shakes your hand and he's like, you're the one that caught the Deoxys, right? And he's like, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I caught Deoxys. He's on my team right now.
Oh, interesting. You're not going out just kind of. He probably wouldn't care. It's like, all right. Just be
Do
careful with it.
I
I mean,
should I?
it's they're pretty powerful. Just be careful. But I mean, if you were able to pull over your side, I'll trust you. Normally, I'm not really in the Elite Four or the champion anymore. I've kind of had some free time to do what I want to do now on my own. But I still have the like to keep the Hoenn region and the world in general safe. And Deoxys is one of those Pokemon that I've had to help deal with personally, and it's pretty dangerous. So
Well, I think I got Deoxys to listen to me now with Tiger.
hmm
I got.
to to be fair, the Deoxys that they have fought was definitely a lot stronger than yours, but still a
Oh,
legendary regardless. Uh,
yeah.
yeah. So, anything else you say to them that they're in here? Ruby will actually come up to you, Brad, and is like, "How you been? I haven't seen you in a while." Kind of uh
Uh,
left to go to Kanto after the whole thing in Hoenn happened.
yeah. Um, yeah. I don't know what that was about, but I. Sorry, what was your name again?
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. We didn't really hang out as much as you probably did with Sapphire, because uh, I kind of wasn't really super interested in you. I had some other things I had going on. I'm Ruby. We met like a couple of times before, but
Oh, yeah.
uh,
Now I think I remember.
for reference, if I can actually find this thing correctly, I think he's about the same age as Sapphire, so he is actually older than you. Yeah, he's older. He's 24 as well, so he's about the
Oh,
same age as Sapphire.
okay. So, yeah, I see. I just like try to do small talk with Ruby
All right.
and see and catch up with him, and then after that I say, "Hey, congrats on the win! Nice seeing you again." To a Sapphire, and then I just leave the room
Okay. Yeah, you go.
and say bye to Professor Birch
I mean,
also and Steven.
I would assume that you'd probably stay in there for at least a little bit, at least until like the newscasters decide we're not getting anywhere with this. Let's just go. And
Oh yeah,
so
yeah, that makes sense.
while you're having small talk with these guys, and if you have any questions, you can ask me, and I can answer them later. Uh, when Rio and Buster go to Dante's thing, no one's outside his, because why would there be? Because they wanted to try and get, because they wanted to get the exclusive scoop on this person who apparently nobody knows who they are, even though they're probably a little more famous than you would think. But they don't like they like to keep to themselves. Um, but yeah, there's no one at currently at Dante's door, so Rio and Buster, who are both muted.
Yep, I'm still on mute. That's my bad.
My bad. Oops.
Yeah, I would just walk up and knock on the door.
Yeah. You'll heal. Wait a second. The door will open and Dante's inside, and he doesn't look as tired as he was the last time you saw him, but you know.
Hey there, bud.
He's got
You got
he's
it?
got he's got this general tiredness of owning businesses and stuff, but he's not as tired as he
Mm.
was before when you saw him with the whole team weather thing.
Yo, what's up, dude?
You look like you're doing a little bit better.
Oh, you guys here. You let me guess. You kind of saw me fighting off against that Pokedex holder or whatever she is.
Pokedex holder?
Yeah, our other buddy Brad, he knows her. They kind of like grew up together or whatever. So we were here for that. Seeing that you were here was just kind of a happy accident.
Yeah, dope fight. Hey,
Yeah,
the
very
frick was
close.
that bird?
Huh? Oh, it's a Pokemon from Kanto. You see, cause my I'm actually not wasn't raised in It's like,
is
well, hold on. It's
is,
like looks around.
is
It's like, come on
Cantonese
in.
the correct
Don't stand in the doorway. Come on in.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Sure.
I'll just walk in and then pretty much just flop onto whatever the closest
Yeah,
like
there's
furniture
a
is.
couches in this room.
Would you refer to someone from Kanto as Cantonese? Is that correct?
No,
No,
it's Cantonian.
Cantonian.
Ah, Cantonian.
Yeah, and he closed the door behind him. And he kind of locks it because it's like I'm sure the reporters after they're done with the Sapphire there, they're gonna come trying to wander in here, and I'd rather keep it locked just in case.
Do you deal with that often?
What?
Do you deal with that often? Reporters and stuff?
Uh, I mean, other than being a gym leader, I also own a couple businesses in Lightning Resort, so it's not uncommon that I get reporters about stuff.
And I hope I get that famous someday.
I mean, you're kind of already on the way. You've got most of the ribbons.
Hmm, I mean,
I mean,
I've got like half of them.
if you win the grand contest that's at the end of the year, I'm sure you'll get lots of fame.
Maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
But
Anyway.
yeah, I was born on the island. I stuck around here for a bit. When my dad took over the company from my grandpa and I actually went out on a trip to Kanto, and we lived there for a couple years before I came back. You know, and I actually did see the Zapdos that I have once before. Uh, Cause I don't know if you guys know this, but like there are certain Pokemon that are considered legendary that there are more than just one of them.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a couple of those already.
You, he's like
Yeah.
he just like thinks a second. He's like, you've seen legendary Pokemon before?
Yeah, like
Well, yeah, I mean, first off, you had one there, but
Like I
yeah, I
wasn't
mean, I feel
counting
like it's
mine,
a
but
little
you've seen
rude to
them
talk
before.
about who
You've
has
seen them.
what when it comes
Have
to
you?
that, but
Wait,
like, yeah.
he's like, wait. Actually, hold on a second. He's like, how many bat? He looks to you, Buster, because he doesn't know if Rio actually has enough things that would be qualified for. He's like, how many badges do you have now then?
I fought like jellyfish rock thing when I was down in Poison
Yeah.
Place.
Yeah, that thing. That thing gives me the
I don't think
creeps.
those count as legend. Those are hardly
Hey,
Pokemon.
your Pokedex or my Pokedex couldn't scan it properly, which is how it's acted on the other legendaries we've seen sometimes.
Okay, but
They're
I
So
feel
they're
like
therefore, it's
it's like, okay,
legendary.
hold on.
yeah,
They're easily a gray area from what I understand.
yeah. Rio's like
They're
as
too
someone who
strong to be
interacts with him.
regular Pokemon, but they're not strong enough to be like, what some of the legendary Pokemon are. So they're kind of considered, oh, what was the word? Uh, Mythical, I think it was, or something like that.
Something.
Whatever, they're
Rio
legends.
says, as somebody who's incredibly close to all of the Pokemon he's caught,
The way that
I'm
we
very
refer
comfortable in
to
the statement that
legendaries
those
is that
things are
there's usually
wrong.
only
I don't like them.
the way we refer to legendaries, from what I understand, is that there's usually only like one of them at any time. Period. So if there's usually
Well,
only
no, we already know that's not true.
Also, isn't the point of them being legendary that there are like legends about them?
yeah. So how can I think of this? There's not
I
really
mean, okay.
I've certainly
I don't know how much we're supposed to talk about this stuff, but we are at least already aware of and have met people who have encountered multiple of a single type of legendary Pokemon before. So we already knew that was a thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rio's like, I think it's kind of weird that people catch them, honestly. It seems like, I don't know.
Well, there's a caveat to that. They can't just use them in.
Well, yeah, they seem
The
pretty
thing is that
intelligent.
when I caught Zapdos, I was told that I couldn't use it against unless I used it against people that I think could handle it. Like I couldn't just go up to some random person and just use Zapdos on them.
Well, I mean, that's like the whole being a gym trainer thing, gym leader thing, isn't it? Not using your strongest Pokemon
If
whenever.
there's, I can tell you right now because I've been told this when I captured it. Uh, there are people who are keeping track, like police and like investigators and stuff, who are keeping track of legendaries that are just like wild.
Yeah, Rio is like almost says like, "Oh, like Looker," and just says, "Oh," and then like looks at Buster and then stops talking.
You have any idea how tempted I am? Just be like, oh yeah, like Looker.
Yeah.
Now that you've said that,
Mm-hmm.
because that would be super in character for you.
But yeah, no, it's there are some that obviously we don't know about because they're smart enough to keep themselves hidden, or they're too strong to be able to be tracked at all. Like any tracking device if put on them probably would just disintegrate when they use a move or something.
Rio looks.
Buster is currently stroking his mustache and just kind of says out loud, real quiet under his breath, I wonder if I used to have any legendaries.
Rio, what's the word? Rio looks moderately saddened and at the
He
idea that
heard
some
you.
of them
He
are
hear
hiding.
you know can tell that he heard you, but he doesn't know what the heck you're talking about because you know he doesn't know you.
Yeah, I'm
Past life
curious.
for something, probably. That's a good
Uh,
assumption to make.
yeah, you should probably roll perception on that too, Core, because
Oh
you
no, I'm
might
good.
hear it. Oh, okay.
I mean, I was with you for the whole memory thing, so like, regardless of whether I hear it, it doesn't make much of a diff.
Yeah, but you don't know
Well,
the
but I mean, in
backstory behind that,
character
though.
wise, he still doesn't know. That's the
Okay, you didn't
thing.
hear
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
Okay,
I don't know.
fine.
I'm not perceptive,
But
right?
like, yeah.
Rio is like, there's some like hiding. They're pretty strong, aren't they? Though.
Um, yeah,
It
they are
feels kind
pretty.
of hard to
The
hide
thing
when you're
is
big and
that
strong.
Well,
some
they're not
Pokemon
that big
are
all the time.
smarter than even some people, right?
Well, yeah, like a lot of psychic types.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I heard
Alakazam supposedly has like
I heard
37
from
billion IQ or
I heard
whatever.
from Hawat.
I think it was
Because he was just
5,000.
kind of
Sounds like
casually
an
talking about it
exaggeration to
for
me.
some reason that there was a Pokemon that was created by I think it was Team Rocket or something like that.
Oh, is that the Genesect thing? We saw one of those. Someone doing a fight here had one time.
I don't know if we should like talk about that.
No.
Are we gonna
It
get
was
like
at a
caught by
public
those?
exhibition thing that we watched in this place. How can we
Right?
not
Yeah.
talk about that?
Yeah, that's another thing. Are you guys allowed to just like show those off? It seems kind of like a safety hazard to the legendary Pokemon.
Uh, I mean, legendary Pokemon, they're known by people.
I mean,
It's
for sure, but like they're not known where they are.
people aren't. You'd be surprised how many people are like, you know what? I'm not gonna go fight, the thing that probably has godlike powers.
Shrugs.
Well, those people are boring.
Yeah, Rio's like that does sound boring, but yeah, I guess that's fair. I was like, you think they make friends often? Sounds kind of lonely hiding from everybody.
Well, I mean, like, we know that some of them, like, there are multiple of them, so they probably hang out with, like, other ones of them sometimes.
That makes Rio very faintly smile.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you that.
Well, I guess I'll find out someday, hopefully.
Yeah, I bet you will.
And it's at this point that there is now a knock on the door,
Um,
and
do you want me to check who that is so that you don't get like swarmed?
uh, sure, yeah.
I do as much.
All right, you unlock the door, take a peek outside, and there are people outside, but standing in front of the door is Brad.
Oh, hey, Brad.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Doing all
And,
right.
and you
We're
just
just
hear
chilling.
from the background. It's like, well, how does this guy know everybody?
We're just chit chatting. Come on.
I'm famous, okay?
The press are jealous of him. I love it.
And I slammed the door.
Exclusive
Yeah, you
access.
slam the door
This-
in their face and lock it, and it's like, and you just hear from behind the door. It's like, screw this, let's get out of here.
I mean, they can write some stuff about like what are these mysterious new or what are these mysterious up and coming gym trainers and contestants doing with this freaking gym leader?
Yeah.
That's all they're getting though.
They can do some conspiracy piece about Kim
I mean,
Ledger.
they've seen Brad, but they haven't seen you two yet. So
They didn't see me go in? Oh, I guess they were
There was
elsewhere.
no one here when we came over to his room at first.
Yeah. All right, come on, Brad.
And I just waved to Dante, say, "Hey, Dante."
it's like, are you sure you wanna be here? I thought I heard that Sapphire was the old friend of yours. I thought you would have spent more time talking with them.
Oh,
Oh yeah, she had like 3 other people in her room, so I didn't want to stay too long.
It's like,
okay.
Seemed like she was
I
busy.
know her. Professor Birch is here. Who else was here?
It was Steven and Ruby.
He's like,
Oh hey, I've heard of that Steven guy before.
Steven Stone.
He's been on TV before.
I've never heard the name Ruby before. Also,
I have no idea who any of these people are.
Oh yeah, Ruby was just another.
Oh yeah, you probably
childhood
weren't allowed to
friend.
have TV as a child.
Well, yeah, that's correct.
I
Our
don't
house
remember.
has very little electricity.
I mean, not anymore, but yeah.
I mean, our house isn't the gym site. It didn't need to be renovated.
I mean, when you went to see it last time, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Because your family actually had money now.
Hey, they were never poor, but anyway.
Had more
Moving
money
forward.
now.
Yeah. Frig. I gotta get on my mom
but
arc
yeah,
sometime.
Anything else you guys want to just talk to Dante about? It's like, so,
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to point out, like, you seem like you're doing a bit, a bit better than the last time we saw you. Things
like,
calmed
well, I
down a
mean, I
bit.
haven't had to deal with those investigators trying to breathe down my neck every 5 seconds, and after I've told them 5 times what I've already told them.
Mm-hmm. Do gym leaders like talk? You guys like interact or just kind of do your own things?
I mean, we usually have, if there's something big that's gonna happen on the island, we kind of have a say in what goes on.
Hmm.
I mean,
Like whether or not a new casino is going to be put in whatever town, that sort of thing.
No, that's my own jurisdiction. I don't deal with that. With that gym leader things don't involve that.
No, fair enough.
Any news on the physical town gym leader?
What do you mean?
Oh, just curious.
I mean, we haven't really had a meeting since the last time we had a meeting was right before the gym
gym
stuff
leader
started
council.
starting up again, because our Elite Four had to bring us in, because of course they would.
Right, I forgot we have an Elite Four.
Yeah,
I
we
guess you
super
guys
have.
have. He's like, yeah, I guess you guys technically you probably only saw him once when they did that big spiel at the beginning, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a few months ago at least.
It's been a while.
Our
What-
Elite Four
what-
kind of like to stay to themselves and have their
Wait,
own
actually,
personal
wasn't
projects.
one of them there for like a contest you did one time?
Yeah, I think one of them was a contest judge once.
It was. Also, I don't remember. Actually, no, I do remember who it was. Whether you remember their name or not is up to you. I'm not gonna tell you
Oh
that.
no, I super don't.
Yeah, they like to appear maybe like once in a while. They are the strongest trainers on the island technically, but you know sometimes we gym leaders could challenge them if we wanted to take their spots as champion in Elite Four or an Elite Four spot, but most of us have our own stuff going on and we don't really have time to do whatever extra stuff that is that they do. Because while we gym leaders do things on the island along with them, they also do things outside, like the perimeter outside of the island, like the smaller islands outside.
Hey, I've got
There's
a question for you.
yeah,
So how do I say this? Okay, so you know Hawat, the Psychic Town guy?
yeah,
So he's an old buddy of mine, right?
okay.
So what's the procedure for, like, he's not always going to be a a leader or whatever, right? Eventually he'll pass that off to someone. But what if, like, after that he decided he wanted to go for being the Elite Four or something like that? Can, like, a retired gym leader do that sort of thing?
I don't see why not.
Interesting.
As long as the Elite Four members or the champion allow it, I could see lots of people trying to challenge them for their spots.
Interesting. Buster
Even
starts
more than
stroking his mustache.
even if you're thinking what I think you're thinking, Buster. If you were strong enough, like say you beat the gym challenge at the end of the year, and you wanted to challenge the Elite Four and win,
Yeah,
you could take either the Elite Four or even the champion. If well, technically, if you beat the champion, you become the new champion.
right.
But
Well,
if
because
you beat the
what
Elite
I'm
Four, if you
thinking
don't,
is
but yeah, but if you beat the Elite
part of
Four,
why, like, when Buster became a gym leader was because he, like, did the whole 8 badges and league stuff, but he wasn't, like, good enough to win it all and, like, beat the Elite Four and all that.
it's like
So, maybe that's a new goal. Maybe that's how he proves to himself that he did better this time.
yeah, Dante would say, yeah, if you beat the Elite Four, let's say you beat the Elite Four and you don't beat the champion, you could uh try and take one of the spots of the Elite Four if you wanted to. I think you do like a best of three against an Elite Four member or something like that. You have 3 fights over the span of like a couple months, because get stronger and train during that time.
Couple months, interesting.
I mean, it's that's one of the reasons not a lot of people do the Elite Four or even try to take over an Elite Four spot specifically. There's a lot of paperwork and time in between fights just to try and become one of them.
Hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. I
You
never
have to
really
be able
thought
to
about that
prove
whole
your worth,
process
right?
before.
So yeah, I thought about doing it, actually becoming an Elite Four member once, but with all my stuff I have other than my gym leader stuff, it's just not worth it. I have to I have to run all the power plants and stuff. I have to run like a bunch of casinos my family owns and stuff.
Hmm.
It's just
Yeah, no, I
not what
just
it's
didn't
worth.
beat it the first time.
What did Buster say? Sorry.
What?
He's just like what did sorry what did you say?
What? No, I'm sorry, I kind of blacked out for a second there. What did I say?
Okay, I might have just misheard you say something crazy, but whatever. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys do
Anyway,
now?
though, that's cool. I'm glad that stuff is calming down. Um,
For
did
now,
you,
but it's
like,
also
learn
soon.
anything new about those guys?
Nope. Someone actually paid their bail, and now they're under watch, of
They
course.
were given
Wait,
bail?
wait,
Hold
why
on.
would they be giving? They tried to fucking blow shit up.
They tried to kill us.
Someone.
That's true.
We don't know who it was. Someone paid the bail that was given to
Okay,
them, and it was
yeah,
How
a
can
no,
they
significant.
pay bail anonymously?
the question
was a
isn't that their bail
significant.
was paid; it's that they were permitted bail. What?
It was
Yeah.
a significant amount of money that we thought no one would be able to pay for. Like, it was a lot of money,
Unbelievable.
All
but
right, who's
someone
the
Alright.
paid
richest
for
person on
it.
the island?
But
I don't.
they're on bail under the
Who's
pretense
the
that they are
richest
being
person on the island as we're talking to the island's
they are
casino
currently
owner?
being watched
Who's the
right now.
richest person on the island? Who could afford to post that? I want
Besides
to
They're
figure
you.
this out
listen,
now.
The
listen,
richest
listen,
person on the
listen,
island
listen,
besides
listen,
you.
listen, listen. They are currently being watched right now. They're not being just out free doing whatever they want.
Mm,
Yeah, but that's not what
Mm.
concerns me.
mhm.
I have a ladder to work my way up and an ass to kick at the top of it. So
Rio
I'm
will give.
taking any hints I can get. Who's the richest person on the island?
Rio's like, I'm pretty sure that's Mr. Casino owner standing in front of us, but anyway.
Well,
I mean,
other than him, then.
he's like, well, guilty. My family is probably the richest people on the island.
All right, who else other than like you and your family could afford
champion?
to post the apparently insane bail?
Maybe the champion or whoever's had
Surprisingly,
contestant.
the next richest person on the island is actually Tasha, because she owns a couple mining operations in the mountains.
Is she the meteorite gym
Yeah.
lady?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then
I
in
don't think
third,
it's her.
and then I think it
Okay.
was we had a thing. Journalists do this a bunch of times. It's stupid, but the third
really
actually next
weird, but
person
yeah.
to be richest on the island is actually Cyril.
Who?
In the he's the gym leader of Lanterre, Port City.
Uh,
He's got
yeah, that
a
tracks.
huge
Okay.
fishing
Oh,
operation.
fish guy. Okay.
He was a
water
little
guy.
suspect, but I think
I
that
was thinking
is
it was
fine.
Hot Springs guy. I couldn't remember who that
No,
was.
that's Daryl.
That
Oh.
guy's like a little bit suspect, but I think
he's
he just
actually
has
like
bad
sixth.
vibes, kinda, you
The
know?
next would
I
actually be
could
the
totally
champion.
see it being Rock Gym Lady. I mean, think about what happened when we went on an errand for her. We could have died.
Rio's like, I don't know. The odds we know whoever it is are pretty low.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still, I'm just trying to figure stuff out.
Sorry to bombard you with all this right after you had that match.
It's fine. Honestly, this is kind of refreshing, to be honest.
Glad to hear it. I mean, we'll be back in your neck of the woods sometime pretty soon, because
Oh yeah, I don't think I've gotten your gym
plans
badge.
Brad plans to finish up his
Yeah.
island of ass kicking with your gym. So
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Rio pouts again
Dante.
because people keep forgetting that he does gyms now.
well, okay, no, I know that you're doing gyms now too, but you got to remember, like, it's a big deal. It's a grudge match for Brad, so like that sticks out more, you know.
Fair enough, fair enough. Rio's like, whatever, it happens. It's cool.
It's like, yeah, I mean, I take your time. You guys, even if you have guys been on a winning streak right now, I will warn you that once you get to the 11th badge, we're not allowed to hold back on you anymore.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
We
I
go
still
all
haven't
in.
gotten.
11
I've got a lot of
badges?
training to do.
You-
I haven't even
if-
gotten Ollie at a level up to evolve
It's
yet.
like, did you guys? What was the last badge you guys did?
It was the poison one. That was my 9th.
I should
Yeah,
have
the
gotten that
poison one.
I skipped that one.
No, you didn't, Rio. You did it.
It's not on my sheet, so I'm pretty
You
sure I
didn't
skipped
put it
it.
down because you definitely beat it. You barely did, but you did beat it.
That was
Oh,
against
you
the
know what?
Island ago.
Oh yeah, it's not now. Frick, I keep all my stuff normally more organized than this, but yeah, here it is. Weird. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm. He says,
How could you have something out of alphabetical order? I'm so
Well, they're not
disappointed in you.
alphabetized. I have it by badges, then ribbons, then alphabetized.
ninth,
But
huh?
anyway,
Okay. So that means you fought the Velvet's Ultra Beast then.
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
the squishy jellyfish thing that I
I
think
still
is
don't
close
like
enough
those
to a
things.
legendary. It counts.
I
The
love
jellyfish
Pokemon.
thing.
I love Pokemon, but those things are just it's something just incorrect about them.
Yeah.
That's invasion of the body
So,
snatchers.
Also, why don't they have eyes? How do they even see?
It's
I don't know, maybe some of the other ones have eyes. She said there were other types.
I mean,
Maybe.
actually, out of character.
Out of
I was gonna make
character, a lot of
reference
them
that
don't have
says a
eyes.
jellyfish,
Yeah, I
but
know.
then I
I'm aware.
realized there's
Buster doesn't know that, though.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a reference to them being jellyfish, but then I realized there's tentacles and they're jellyfish and they have eyes, so
Yeah,
that wouldn't
and
make any
Jellicent,
sense.
which have eyes.
And
There are very few Pokemon that don't have eyes. That's why
I
Rio is
mean,
so off put by it.
and he's like, I mean, they're from a different world. What are you expecting?
I expect them to be able to see.
I
Well,
mean,
what
they
if they
probably
don't need to
can see.
see
They
in
just
that world? What if you navigate by like
What? It's
tape?
like the bottom of the ocean? That's terrifying.
Well, yeah, that's why it's like a rock that looks and moves like a jellyfish. Of course, it's terrifying.
apparently
Hate it.
only like 3 people from our side have ever been to where these ultra beasts are for.
You can go there? That sounds
It's-
awful.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
they
it's
can
probably
come
for the
here.
best not to go there.
They can come here. There'd be no reason that we couldn't go there. The
That's like saying that's like saying a Jellicent can swim at the bottom of the ocean. Why can't we? Of course, there's places we can't go.
Don't you like get crushed, like pop or something, if you go down that far?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
something like
terrifying.
that.
Yeah, that sounds like it sucks.
Apparently, water's like super freaking heavy. Anyway,
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense. I mean, I've had to
But yeah,
move around
so-
like plenty of buckets full of the stuff.
So
Mhm.
what gyms do you guys have left? I can't really tell you what's coming up because I mean you've already seen my team. I can't stop you from that. But I
Yeah.
can tell you.
We're going down to beat up the ghosty one, and then
The ghost
Brad
one.
will come to you, and I'm gonna
Oh,
go
her,
to.
huh? Okay. Honestly, she's very. Just be careful around her. She's
oh,
very.
ghost. That's
She's
gonna
very
be.
traditional.
I think
Oh,
I'll
that's
be okay.
lovely. It's been.
He says that in the way basically to be nice to say that that the gym leader there is very old. That's what he's trying. Sounds like he's trying to
Yeah.
convey.
Rio's like, oh,
Oh,
that's
so
nice.
she's
It's
almost
been-
a ghost herself. It makes sense.
What? You can't
Okay,
just say
yeah.
that about people, Buster.
What? She's old.
Yeah, but you can't just talk about old people dying.
Old people
so-
die all the time. It happens.
Buster.
I don't know why it's such a big deal.
Anyways, yeah. So there's her, and then Brad. Brad and Rio. You can I guess doing gyms now because last time when we saw you didn't want to do it. You're gonna come fight me and my team. So then,
Yeah.
what's yours last one, Buster?
Oh.
Oh, like I said, I'm gonna go beat up Hawat.
Oh.
I figured he's my buddy. I wanted to save him for last. Be the
Alright,
hardest
fair
fight,
enough.
all that fun stuff.
I mean, I
You
guess I
know-
probably don't have to tell you really much how his team is. You probably know at least a little bit.
Oh yeah.
We really got to
I
get you better
can't-
at phrasing,
I can't tell
Buster.
you though. I can't tell you what his ace is. That's unfortunate, but I don't think you want.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't want to know anyway.
Yeah, I mean, come on, that ruins
It's
half
more
fun.
fun.
All right. So yeah, you guys just sit around talking the shit.
Chit
Anything
chat.
else you want to ask Dante before we move forward a bit in time?
No, I think we're good.
As far as I'm concerned, just kind of bullshit with him like that until eventually he
Yeah, Dante doesn't have to go back.
wants us out.
Back.
Yeah.
Back to
What time is it
resort
anyway?
till, like tomorrow or whatever. So I don't know. If you guys are just gonna hang out with him, he could order. He could order you guys some food, and you guys could just hang out at like.
Yeah.
Rio's got to go
Let's
take all of his
eat or
Pokemon on
something.
walks.
Okay.
He's like, yeah.
I'd
if you
get
guys
some
wanna,
pizza and chill with Dante.
That's
Uh,
nice.
You know what, Buster? Roll me a D100.
Rio's got to take his Pokemon on the usual walk he takes them on every time he gets to a town, so he's probably going to dip.
Yeah,
That
I'll
is
just
every
like
time
meet
we
up
get to
with
a
you
town.
at the Pokemon Center or something.
Every time we get to a
Okay,
town, Rio
so,
likes to swap teams so
if
that
you
all of his
guys
Pokemon
want
can see the new
to,
place.
He's gonna be in He's gonna be in Neutrella for a while. He's willing to take you guys out to a pretty nice restaurant that he knows around here if you want to, like later in the day.
Sure,
Sure.
works for me.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. He's like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'll go get that set up. I don't know, around. I don't know, 7-ish, I guess, because because
Okay.
right now it's like about like 6:30, so it's like half an hour
So
away.
do they have like Pokemon like are there restaurants where you're expected to bring a Pokemon?
I
Oh,
mean, there.
that's an
You mean
interesting
like
idea.
he just like looks at you mean like there's some like places that have like battles like
No, not for
let me put
fighting. I
it to you
just think,
this way,
you know,
Rugo.
I make a lot of
even
poffins,
even
so I
in
was just
his
curious.
city, there are high-end restaurants where some people don't really get along. So instead of them fighting, they have Pokemon fight, and
I didn't
yeah, of
mean
course, there's
battles. I
bets
just
and stuff.
like sharing good food with my friends.
It's
Yeah,
it's a
fair.
th- it's a thing that can happen. Yeah. If you're asking if you could take out your Pokemon while you're eating, that's not this kind of restaurant, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was just asking if that was a thing, not if it was this place's thing.
Probably, I wouldn't be surprised.
Guys, we gotta. Okay. If this whole like gym badges thing getting famous doesn't work, somebody remind me to open a Pokemon cafe instead.
Okay.
I mean, I can guarantee there's probably a Pokemon cafe that has like EVs or something like that.
Oh, that sounds adorable.
Well, we
That
have
sounds like
to.
something that would fit really
Then
well in my setting,
that's
actually.
gonna open a
Yeah, Eevee
Pokemon
Cafe.
Cafe story arc.
I just really like the idea of like waiter and waitress outfits themed after the evolutions. That sounds adorable. Anyway,
Yeah. All right.
oh, and they could
So
like rotate the element every day. Ah,
we will
anyway.
actually, because now that took longer than I thought it would, but that's okay. You guys got stuff. Uh,
Mhm.
we will pick up you guys meeting up with uh Dante for nice, lovely dinner.
Yeah, where I'm sure nothing goes wrong.
Nope, nothing absolutely will go wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. The building will not explode at all.
Cool.
There will be no break-ins and no danger
That's
whatsoever.
all right. I'll just go full saving and hold the building up while everyone gets out.
All right, and I'll stop recording now.
And then I'll